The reality you conceive is a dream. Mindset writes tomorrow's script.
Have you ever wondered whether everything we see before our eyes is truly real? Welcome to today's analysis. This time, we are going to deconstruct the super brilliant Eastern philosophical dialogue. The material discusses deeply core concepts, including the nature of reality, the illusion of life, and the hidden power running behind our brains. If you often feel stuck in the exact same affliction and can't seem to get out, today's episode will absolutely blow your mind. Today, we will quickly walk through 5 core concepts: how dreams are formed, why daytime is actually a dream too, the secrets of the screen and the images, how to follow the rules within an illusion, and finally, the mighty power of the mind in creating karma. Are you ready? Let's cut straight to the chase. Chapter 1: How Dreams Are Formed. To understand our waking life, we actually need to start with an experience that everyone is super familiar with: sleeping and dreaming. You've definitely had this experience, right? Why do you happen to dream about a specific person or a specific event? And when you are in the dream, those visuals and feelings are so incredibly real that they sometimes scare you into a cold sweat. Where on earth do our dreams pop up from? The material gives a very interesting answer. It says our mind is like a massive cloud database filled with all your past memories and experiences. However, this data is usually in a dormant state until it is ignited by 5 specific psychological conditions: the greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and that you see on the screen act just like fuel, instantly triggering our reactions to the world. So here comes the key. The formation of a dream is actually a standard 3-step process. Step 1 is the data you accumulated in the past. Step 2 is your present reaction to greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt we just mentioned. Only when these two collide does Step 3 emerge a complete dream world. The material offers a highly visual example. Suppose you see a bunch of grass by the roadside in a dream. If you have absolutely no feeling toward it in your heart, neither liking nor disliking it, then this dream about the grass will instantly vanish. Do you understand? A dreamscape exists entirely because you are actively generating a discriminating mind toward those memories. Without your emotions adding drama to the plot, this dream simply cannot keep playing. Chapter 2: Daytime is also a dream. Once you understand how we dream at night, the most disruptive realization comes next. Your daytime reality operates on the exact same mechanism as your nightly dreams. This chart explains it brilliantly. At night, you are reacting to subconscious data stored in your brain. During the day, you receive the data before your eyes through your sense organs, and then add your personal emotional judgments, liking this and hating that. This is exactly what a daydream is. These two processes are cast from the exact same mold. In other words, our daily transition from night to day is not actually the waking up we think it is. You are merely switching channels on the television set of your brain. When you open your eyes in the morning, the characters from the night channel disappear, that's true, but you are immediately sucked into the primetime soap opera plot of the daytime channel, continuing to play our joys and sorrows with the people and things around you. Chapter 3: The Secret of the Screen and the Images. Following this television logic, let's look at our third theme: the secret of the screen and the images. The material proposes a super ingenious analogy. Imagine that the blank, ever-changing TV screen represents your true suckness self-nature, which is your purest awareness. The melodramatic plots, loves, and hatreds playing out on the screen are all merely edited images. If you get too invested while watching the TV and let yourself be led by the plot, your mood will fluctuate wildly. But if you can remind yourself at any given moment, I am actually just looking at a screen, then the illusions on the screen can no longer disturb you. There is a very classic line in the text that speaks to this completely. One deluded thought makes a Buddha a sentient being. One awakened thought makes a sentient being a Buddha. This means that what your reality looks like depends entirely on your mindset. Whether you see through the illusion and wake up, or remain deeply stuck in the plot unable to get out, it truly hangs upon a single thought. Chapter 4: Following the Rules of the Illusion. Hearing this, you might think, wait a minute. If everything is just a dream and a mere illusion on a screen, does that mean nothing matters and I can just run wild? Absolutely not. The material uses a very practical, Real-life example to break this myth. Even if we are truly within an illusion, we still have to obediently follow the physical rules of this illusion. Think about it. If you water a potted plant purely on a whim, turning the tap on for 24 hours straight, the result will be a drowned plant, washed out nutrients, and a contaminated water table. But if you use a watering can to apply the right amount obediently, the plant will thrive. Cooking is the same. If you ignore the heat and throw water in randomly, you will ultimately get a pot of charred rice. Even in a dream, if you do not follow the rules, it will still bring disastrous consequences. The text emphasizes that if you act entirely on impulse and deluded thinking, treating the rules of the environment as nothing, the probability of you screwing everything up and destroying your own foundation is absolutely 100%. This is actually a wonderful reminder. Even if you know life is like a dream, you must still ground yourself in the rules of the dream and do every single thing before you exceptionally well. Chapter 5. The Power of Mindset to Create Karma. This can be considered the most practical core point of the entire analysis. How our thoughts truly and concretely shape our future. The material points out that writing the script for your future, which Buddhism calls creating karma, requires 3 conditions. First is the foundation, which is your initial rise of a thought. Second is the experience, which is the method or process you use. Third is the completion, meaning the matter is finished. As long as these 3 conditions are met, the script for your future is already written and ready to shoot. There is a deeply shocking viewpoint here called the mind is the foundation. This means our physical body is actually secondary. At best, it is merely a marionette puppet. The string that truly pulls this puppet is your mind and thoughts. Whatever your heart is attached to, your body will unconsciously follow and execute. This realization is incredibly profound. It also represents a terrifying truth. Even if you are sitting there right now, completely motionless and doing nothing wrong, if your brain is continuously plotting greed or anger, this long-term attachment of the mind is actually writing a super heavy and painful script for your future. As long as the mental entanglement lasts long enough and carries enough intensity, the destructive force it generates can even far exceed a brief physical action. This is absolutely a warning we must keep in mind, since your thoughts are the very remote control that can switch channels and create your next reality. I want to leave you with a question to ponder deeply before we end today's analysis. At this very moment, what channel is the remote control in your brain staying on? Is it greed and anger, or peace and awareness? Watch your thoughts mindfully, because they are writing the script for your reality tomorrow. Thank you everyone for listening. See you next time for our next analysis. Bye bye. This material is shared by the Buddha Activity Association of Australia.